Your dog changes the moment you stop responding. During the day, it may wander around the house, sleep on the couch, ignore you completely for hours. But at night, something shifts. The room becomes quieter. Your breathing slows. Your eyes close. And suddenly your dog moves closer. Sometimes it lies near the bedroom door. Sometimes beside the bed. Sometimes directly facing the hallway like it's waiting for something. And what makes the behavior strange is how intentional it feels. The dog isn't sleeping randomly. It's positioning itself, watching, listening, almost guarding. Most people interpret this emotionally. My dog loves me. And that's true. But researchers studying canine behavior eventually discovered something deeper hidden underneath this nighttime positioning. Because your dog may not simply be sleeping near you for comfort. It may be monitoring the environment while you become vulnerable. And once you understand why dogs behave differently around sleeping humans, the entire nighttime behavior starts looking less cute and much more ancient. To humans, sleep feels normal. To animals, sleep creates vulnerability. A sleeping creature cannot fully monitor threats. Reaction speed drops. Awareness weakens. And across social species, something fascinating happens during vulnerable states. Other group members adjust their behavior. Researchers studying pack and group-living animals found that individuals often rotate vigilance. Unconsciously, some rest deeply. Others remain more alert. Dogs still carry traces of this ancient social wiring, and humans unknowingly trigger it. Because when you fall asleep, your dog notices the shift immediately. Your body language changes. Movement disappears. Eye contact stops. Environmental awareness decreases. And for an animal deeply tuned to human behavior, that matters. This is why many dogs reposition themselves after owners fall asleep. Not before. After. The dog waits until your nervous system fully powers down, then quietly changes location. Toward the doorway, toward the hallway, toward the side of the bed facing outward. Almost like it's taking over environmental monitoring. And honestly, that's surprisingly close to what may actually be happening. One of the most extraordinary things researchers discovered about dogs is that dogs constantly monitor human attention, not just movement. Attention itself. Dogs notice where humans look, what humans react to, when humans become distracted. And sleeping humans create a very unusual situation because the human suddenly stops scanning the environment. Researchers studying dog-human communication found that dogs become highly sensitive to changes in human responsiveness. When humans stop reacting, dogs often increase environmental attention themselves. That's why many dogs sleep lightly near owners. Tiny sounds wake them instantly. Footsteps in hallways, doors opening, movement outside, and then something interesting happens. The dog often looks toward the owner first, almost checking whether the human noticed too. That behavior reveals something important. Your dog may not see itself as separate from your awareness. It may see the two of you as connected systems. During the day, you monitor the environment together. At night, when your awareness lowers, the dog compensates. And suddenly the sleeping behavior starts looking much less random. Positioning is never accidental. Look closely at where dogs choose to sleep. The locations repeat constantly across households. Near doors, facing hallways, beside beds, at the foot of the bed instead of the center. That positioning matters because dogs rarely choose sleeping locations randomly. Researchers studying canine spatial behavior found that dogs consistently select locations maximizing both security and environmental awareness. And bedroom entrances are psychologically important spaces. They create controlled access points. From that position, the dog can hear movement, detect changes, monitor entrances, and react quickly. Meanwhile, the owner remains behind them, protected. Now, does your dog consciously think, I must guard the human tonight? Probably not in the way humans imagine. But behavior does not need conscious language to carry evolutionary purpose. Your dog's nervous system was shaped for social proximity and environmental monitoring, and nighttime positioning may simply be one expression of that ancient system still operating quietly underneath modern domestic life. The dog near the bedroom door isn't pretending to be security. It may genuinely feel responsible for monitoring the environment while you sleep. Nighttime changes humans emotionally too. Breathing slows, muscle tension changes, stress patterns shift, and dogs notice all of it. Researchers studying emotional synchronization between dogs and humans found that dogs become deeply sensitive to human emotional states through voice tone, posture, facial expression, and even physiological rhythms. At night, this connection becomes quieter, but stronger. Many dogs physically reposition closer when owners are stressed, sick, sad, or emotionally exhausted. Not because they understand illness medically, because they detect behavioral change. And this creates one of the most misunderstood parts of nighttime guarding behavior. Your dog may not only be monitoring the environment, it may also be monitoring you. Some dogs repeatedly wake and check sleeping owners. Others reposition whenever owners move suddenly during sleep. And what looks protective may actually begin with regulation. The dog is continuously updating its understanding of your condition. Breathing normal? Movement calm? Environment stable? Everything okay? Then the dog settles again. That cycle can continue quietly all night long without owners ever noticing. Over time, dogs build emotional maps around specific humans. Researchers studying attachment in dogs describe owners as secure bases, not simply companions, stability anchors. And secure bases create something powerful inside social nervous systems. Protective orientation. The more emotionally important someone becomes, the more attention shifts toward their safety and movement. Humans do this too. Parents wake instantly at tiny sounds from children. Partners unconsciously monitor each other during sleep. Dogs appear to develop similar monitoring patterns toward bonded humans. And because domesticated dogs evolved specifically around humans, this orientation becomes incredibly strong. Your dog doesn't just recognize you as another animal in the house. You become the center of environmental meaning, the source of routine, safety, prediction, emotional stability. This behavior is older than your house. Long before dogs slept in modern bedrooms, they slept beside humans outdoors, near fires, near camps, near vulnerable sleeping groups. And researchers believe this relationship became mutually beneficial surprisingly early. Humans provided food and shelter. Dogs provided environmental awareness, better hearing, better scent detection, earlier threat recognition. Over thousands of years, dogs that stayed socially close to humans gained survival advantages. And humans benefited too. Eventually, the connection became biologically reinforced. Dogs evolved to orient around humans emotionally, but they also retained ancient vigilance systems built for shared group survival. That's why modern household behavior sometimes feels strangely primal. A dog quietly facing the doorway at night doesn't feel entirely modern. It feels ancient, because part of it probably is. The bedroom may be modern. The nervous system underneath it is not. Many owners assume dogs fully relax during sleep, but dogs often maintain partial environmental awareness even while resting, especially near bonded humans. Researchers studying canine sleep patterns found that dogs cycle between lighter and deeper sleep states, depending heavily on environmental familiarity and social context. And bonded dogs frequently react instantly to unusual sounds while owners remain asleep. That reaction speed matters because it suggests the dog's nervous system remains partially engaged with environmental monitoring. You can actually see this physically. Small ear movements, tiny head lifts, eyes opening briefly toward sounds, then relaxing again once the environment feels safe. Your dog may spend the night quietly, scanning for changes, without fully waking you once. And strangely, that constant low-level monitoring may itself help the dog relax. Because social animals often regulate anxiety through awareness, the environment feels manageable when someone is watching. At night, your dog may unconsciously become that watcher. Not aggressively, not fearfully, quietly. The real reason your dog watches over you. So the next time your dog sleeps near your bed, look carefully at what's actually happening. You lowered your awareness. Your body became vulnerable. Your attention disappeared. And your dog adjusted instantly. It repositioned itself near entrances, toward movement, toward sound, not randomly, purposefully, because somewhere underneath modern domestic life, your dog still carries an ancient social instinct. When someone important becomes vulnerable, stay close, monitor the environment, remain aware. That doesn't mean your dog sees itself as a superhero protector, but it may genuinely experience your safety as emotionally important. And honestly, that changes the way nighttime behavior feels completely. The dog at the bedroom door isn't just sleeping nearby. It may be quietly standing watch in the only way it knows how. Not because it was trained to, because thousands of years beside humans shaped it to. If this changed the way you see your dog's nighttime behavior, subscribe for more deep explorations into dog psychology, attachment, and the hidden science behind the bond we share with them. And share this video with another dog owner. Because once you understand these behaviors, you never look at your dog the same way again.